I'm going to tell you a story about me when I lied the only time in my life to a patient. I was in training. I was not finished with my training. And I was, when you are training oncology, you see the patients and you take care of them, and somebody tells you what to do and not to do, who is your superior. So they call me up for a consultation for a patient in the hospital who was found to have a liver cancer. Not a rapidly growing one, but there was a tumor in her liver. The patient had absolutely no symptoms. She came to the hospital because she fell down. So they did some x-rays and they found she had a tumor in the liver, but she was feeling perfectly fine. She had absolutely no symptoms, and there was no good treatment for the kind of cancer she had. The family comes before I see her. They are from Puerto Rico. And they tell me, Dr. Sarah, please don't tell my mother what she has. She is feeling well. If we tell her what she has, she's going to be so depressed. She's happy now. Please don't tell her the truth. So I was really ignorant. I had no experience. I said to myself, the family wants this. I think this is the right thing to do. And this patient feels nothing, and we're not going to treat her with anything. So what's the point to tell her she has a cancer? So I went to see her and I had a nice talk with her. We joked a little bit. I examined her. And I was vague. I didn't tell her what's going on, really. I said, you're okay. And I left. That's it. My job was over. I gave my consultation, which was nothing should be done from a cancer standpoint. She's feeling well. There is no treatment. 3 months later, this patient comes back to the hospital. Now the cancer has gone, and she had become jaundiced because of the cancer. And the team that takes care of her wanted to make her DNR, which is do not resuscitate, because they knew that if she has a heart attack or something in the hospital, if they don't make her sign, she would be on the respirator. Of course, this kind of announcement, they want the oncologist to say it. So now I'm called back to see her. And now I have to make her sign a paper, do not resuscitate. I can't lie to her. So I told the family, I cannot lie to her. I tell her the truth because she cannot sign the paper otherwise. They argued with me. I said, no, there is no room to lie here. She has signed the paper. So my goal was to tell her the truth so she can sign the paper. I didn't realize that the truth had much more than just signing a piece of paper. So I went in and I sat down and I told her the truth. I told her that I lied to her the first time. I admitted that I lied to her the first time. And I told her why I lied, that my intention was good, but it was not right to lie to her. And I told her what she has. She looked at me, she said, I know I had something very bad. I knew it. I am sure that what you tell me is true. And I told her everything, and she asked me, how long do you think I have? In her case, I predicted 3 to 6 months. She looked at me and she told me, well, first of all, she gave me a big smile. And then she looked at me and she stood up, hugged me, and thanked me. I was so surprised, but moved. She told me, now that I know what I have, I know what I'm going to do with my life. I'm going to go to Puerto Rico, and I want to stay in my home there and die with my family peacefully. And that's what she did. She booked a flight ticket from the hospital, left the hospital to the airport, and went to Puerto Rico. And she died there 3 months later. After this case, I said to myself, if I had told her this 6 months ago, she would have spent 6 months in Puerto Rico, not 3 months. And from that case, I promised myself never to lie ever in my life to any patient. And I never did. So that was a lesson for me, that lying misleads people and makes them make the wrong decision. And that was a lesson I learned from my experience.